Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. We are finally back. I know it's been such a long time, literally a week overdue, but today Angel and I are going to be filming a relationship Q&A for you guys, as well as a couple miscellaneous questions.
Okay, so we're gonna have the phone, or Naomi's phone, because we're gonna be reading off like what we got. So the first one is, how did we meet? And so I didn't know Naomi existed till junior year of high school. Like, we went through entire high school not knowing she was there. We didn't go to the same middle school, we didn't go to the same elementary school or any of that. So we had this class, it was called, what was it, business?
Business stats.
We were in business stats, and once again, still didn't know she existed. We had this guy named Mr. Nelson, and pretty much how it worked in his class specifically is you had to choose a card, and depending on where your card landed is where you're gonna sit. So I had some friends in that class, but I was nothing specific, you know. I was like, okay, if it's a card, you know, I go where I'm gonna go, like, really doesn't matter. And sure enough, what did I choose?
We both chose the two parts.
So she wasn't like my desk partner, but she was on the left of me. So she had a different partner, so it was kind of like two, and then two.
And then we were in like...
And we were like right here, and then I had a different partner. And the only reason I kind of knew her was because of my friend Steven. Like, that was like my get to know her. I was just like, I don't know the first thing I said to her, but it was pretty much just like, hey, you know Steven, huh? And she's just like, Steven Granados or something like that. Steven Granados, my best friend. And yeah, and then like after that, it's like kind of when I started talking to her more. Like, if we never chose those specific cards, and
we
like,
wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Okay, so the second question is, how long have we been dating? And we've been dating for 2.5 years, or like 3 years in April of next year. So yeah, we're going strong.
So obviously I was going to Oregon State before she came here when she was in Laverne, and then there's this place called the Makerspace, and since we're talking about like when how long we've been dating, I made this for her. Let's see if it it's like, it's backwards I guess, but so N for Naomi, the date, and then what is this? Oh, A, sorry. So yeah, I didn't like, this isn't like, oh, I made this by hand, it was like a machine, but it's cool. So the next question is, what's the #1 thing you guys argue about most? And the thing is, we argue about like a good amount of things. It's not like horrible, like anything like that, but one thing we always argue about is like who's right in specific situations. A lot of the time she'll say something and I'll say something, but like I might know something that she doesn't know, or she might know something that I don't know. And like when like I don't know, I don't like being wrong, she doesn't like being wrong, so like,
but most of the time I'm right.
No.
Yeah, okay, and that leads me to the second point, is Angel has a really bad memory, and he'll be talking to me. This happened literally a couple nights ago, and okay, I'll just like say what happened. So basically it was a room, we're going to a room, and Angel was like, stop, don't come in. And I was like, huh? And then we were walking home, and I was like, why did you say stop, don't come in? And he was like, I never said that. And I was like, why do you think I look so surprised? And he was like, I don't know. And then I was like, then what did you say? And you're like, oh, I'm just gonna go into the room, you stay here. And I was like, you did not say that. And we literally kind of, like, I got mad at him. Like, we were walking home in silence. So like, who's right? And then what you did or didn't say. That's like the #1 thing that we like argue about. Okay, so the next question is, do you plan on staying in Oregon? And I'm assuming this is like after we graduate. And the answer is no. We both, I'm gonna speak for you because I feel like I know, but like we really both like Oregon. Is so like amazing to be outside of California and experience something new. However, there's just not a lot to do out here, and I feel like for opportunities with both of our like careers, like when we do graduate, there's just not a lot out here. So we are planning to get our education here, but then go back home to LA once we graduate.
yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of things to do here, like go places, stuff like that, but as in like things around you, there's not a lot.
Yeah.
Like, and yeah, we're in Corvallis, but like even in Portland, I felt like, okay, we kind of did all the major things. And there's like a few other major cities around here. But yeah, I mean, thing is, Oregon's really cool. Like, I like the lifestyle that everyone kind of lives. It's a little bit more sporty, a little bit more active, you know, less, I feel like people are a lot less lazy. People are super nice, super happy, you know, and like obviously, you know, it's there's a lot of nice things about here, but I don't know, I just like the way everything was in California. Like, I like the way I grew up, you know, like things that were around me, the people, the different, like, there's a bunch of food in Portland, don't get me wrong, but like just the amount of food like in like my area, like the valley, like close to Los Angeles, like, it's just really nice, you know.
If you grew up here, it's obviously going to be a different perspective. Like, we grew up in California, so we love it. So people who grew up here, they know the ins and outs more than we do. We literally just been here. He's been here for a year. I've been here for a couple of years. A couple months. So it's just, you know, if you know it, you know it. If you live here, you know. Like, we just don't know everything. So
this question isn't about like a relationship. It was asked by someone from her sorority, is peanut butter sweet or salty? And the thing is, I can't have peanut butter or peanuts or any type of nuts whatsoever because I'm allergic. So that's just death for me. So I can only imagine what it tastes like. In my mind, I would think it's like, honestly, I smell it, it smells salty to me, so I don't know.
That's so hard. Like, when he got asked that question, I was like, what kind of question is that? Like, it's sweet, but then I was thinking about it, and I was like, wait a second, like, I don't know. I'm like trying to taste it right now. I think it's, because like if you mix it with peanut butter and jelly, well, like jelly and bread, jelly is the sweet, and I'm guessing like peanut butter is the salty.
Yeah.
I want to go with sweet.
Well, I don't know. Salty. Never had it, man.
Yeah, I think it's sweet. Okay, so the next question is, did we experience any like big cultural shock coming over here to Oregon? And I will say yes. And like, I experienced this from like day one when I just came to visit Angel, when I wasn't actually coming here. And that would be how polite people are in just like random settings, like daily routine, like going out to Dutch Bros or Starbucks or just on the street riding your bike. People are so open to like conversations and just like, you know, wanting to like see how you are and like how you doing and oh, what's your name, da, 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 da. Like, when I came here and that actually happened to me, I was like, oh my god, like, are you talking to me? Like, in California, everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody, but it's just really like fast paced, and like a lot of people do have tunnel vision. It's like, I have this and that I need to get done, and like the freeways are crazy and beat traffic and blah 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 blah. So you're kind of just like doing your own thing. But here is just low-key, and everybody was very open to talking.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like in California, it's like don't make eye contact, like keep on walk by each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question, also asked by someone from our Instagram, what made you both join Greek life? And so I guess for me specifically, I wanted to join Greek life because well, first my motive was, you know, like if my brothers, you know, when they go to college or whatever they want to do, if they ever like wonder how it is, like I want to be able to be like, oh, this is how it went down, this is how it was for me, this or that. On top of that, I realized that it's like kind of like a great way to meet people kind of quickly and like in a large group, you know. And the thing is, I didn't know about Greek life whatsoever. Like all the schools around me, like I'm sure they had Greek life like back home, but didn't talk about it. Like it was straight to movies, and that was pretty much it. Like honestly, in high school, never talked about anything fraternity related whatsoever. It just never came up.
Yeah.
I guess it's just a culture, I don't know, but that was just my main thing, you know. Like I'm in an entirely new place. It's like starting high school like all over again. You have to meet all these new people. So my main reason, and like this is funny, and I know like during recruitment, like a lot of girls would like ask this question too, and I didn't want to give like the basic, oh, sisterhood, I wanna love you guys and be sisters, but at the same time, that's kind of it. And I always, and it was funny, like going through recruitment, I would tell these girls, I was like, I need to find my bridesmaids at my weddings. Like I want to find this group of girls that, you know, like our bonds are inseparable, and it's okay if they like go somewhere else, like in the US, and like after their college journey and figure out their career, but like I want to be able to like call them up, and like if I travel to wherever they are, like be able to stay with them and just still have that connection. So that being said, it's also part of the whole college experience, at least for me. So the next question is, what is your favorite part about being in a relationship? And there's like one thing that always comes to mind. Angel's just like my forever best friend. Like I have my girl best friends, and like don't get me wrong, they're so necessary. I told my best friend Angelica, I give her a shout out in a video, like that's my best friend Angelica. But at the same time, it's just like a different type of level best friends. I guess like people in relationships can kind of like understand that. Like I literally can talk about anything with him, like he gives me advice. There's also just that connection, and I don't know, like it's great to experience like different things with him too. So My favorite thing about being in a relationship was like, so the first thing that came to mind was like I always have someone to talk to. And the thing is, like, when she was in like Laverne and I was in obviously here, like I was always talking to her like all the time, like over text, you know, and calling or whatever. But like even before that, like at even in California, even though we're still like next to each other and like going to school, like we would always talk to each other. And like I know, like without a doubt, in the day, if I really like want to talk to somebody, like she'll be there. And then like even here, so it's obviously changed now because now I don't like text her like barely ever because I see her all the time, whether it's like the dorm or here or an event or at school, you know, like I don't really have to text her as much, so like our texts are like pretty empty now. But
okay, where are you? I'm here.
Obviously I have my family to talk to all the time. But like while I'm out here, you know, like it's a little bit different, so like having her there, it's just really nice.
Okay, so our next question is, what is like your guys' ideal date? My ideal date would be just going out somewhere like in LA, because like they just have really cool stuff to like experience. Going out to a restaurant, somewhere that's like on a patio or outside with like candles and stuff, and then going to see a view. And I call a view like the city lights of like Los Angeles, or it could be anywhere, just like anywhere where you could see the whole city. And the sky is dark and the stars are out, and just like bundled up in like coats or whatever and just enjoying it together. That would be my ideal date. I know you don't. He doesn't.
So I don't really have an ideal date. I don't know, I just like it's not like something I really think about all that much. I mean, that was fun. Like that day was super cool, and like obviously I guess that would be mine too. I don't know.
You're horrible.
I don't really have anything, you know? Next question is what do I think is the best part of Lambda? And for me, honestly, I think the best part of Lambda is that it's just like a really big group of like social guys, and not just like guys that are trying to be like stereotypical frat boys or too much into studying, you know. Like obviously, like I'm pretty different from the majority of them. Like majority of them are like, you know, Caucasian, like white people. So me, like I stood out really quick. So that's probably what added on to it. But like everyone knew my name really fast, because like there's no Angel in Lambda right now, so the only one.
Even my roommates who don't like, they didn't really know them from like last year, but just this year too, and like going over to their houses for like parties or whatever it might be, they're like, wow, they're so different from all the other guys, and like we can definitely see that for sure. So that's a really good thing. But the next question is, who said I love you first? And it's very funny. The answer is Angel, because I wasn't gonna say it first. No, you have to say it first. But it's funny because it was a normal day. Like we were just like, I think we literally like talk on like a lot of like social media platforms at one time. Like it could be Snapchat, it could be Instagram, and it could be texting, but it'll all be different conversations. And I think this one was on Instagram. But like he was like, Naomi, like, can I tell you something, but don't think I'm weird after saying this, and don't let this change our relationship. And I was like, what the heck, like what is he gonna say? I was like low-key like, okay. And he was like, he just said like some sweet words, like, I don't know, like, you are a very nice person, da, 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 da. And then he was like, I love you. And I was like, oh my god, I love you too. But like it was so crazy though, because I've been wanting to say it for a little bit, like not too long, don't think I'm crazy, not too long before like he actually said it. But I was definitely feeling it, and I was like, okay, this might be something. And so when he said it, I was like totally on board. And ever since then, we've been saying it every day. Okay, so in our last and kind of most serious question is, how is the aspect of long distance in our relationship? Because we did do it for a year, our first year in college. And I will say that it was the hardest thing that I've literally, like, I don't want to say the hardest thing I've ever been through, but the hardest thing that we've ever been through, like, you know, together, for sure. It was mentally, like, physically, like, exhausting. But you know, me being back home in California and kind of experiencing my college experience so close to home and in California, it wasn't much different. So when I was talking to Angel, obviously we talked every day. He told me everything that he was doing. We would FaceTime, he would show me, and he was here like somewhere new that I've never experienced. And I'm literally like seeing him grow and like do all these like amazing things, meeting amazing people, and literally just like have the time of his life, I guess, like without me. But it was just hard to be happy for him, because I was at the same time, but then also like I was sad for myself.
And then for like my point of view, after Naomi said all that, long distance can be for some people, like some people can definitely make it work, you know. Obviously, like in the grand scheme of things, like we're good, you know, like I talk to her all the time, but as in like a relationship aspect, like it wasn't fun. And a lot of people during the year asked me like, you know, like, how you doing it, man? Like how are you making it work? And like why are you doing it? And like the thing I would always tell them, and like I think almost everyone, like almost the majority of people I talk to, I told them this, is the thing is like, I see a future with her. If I didn't see a future with her, like it would have been like kind of pointless, you know, like why are you doing this if you don't, like for the end game, you know, of like, you know, for the future. And the thing is like, I definitely see a future with her. Hope you guys enjoyed the question, or thanks for people who asked the questions, really helped out the video.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, just you guys know a little bit more about us now, so that's cool. But yeah, I mean, I
will say we don't know what we're gonna post next. We still have to look at our schedules. Like, we want to put something really cool out there for you guys, so we want to like film something cool, so we don't know quite yet, but we will try our hardest to stay within like that week-ish frame. Like we said, it was just like really busy, so just look out for our next video. It's coming very soon.
Okay guys, so that's it officially. Just, you know, like, comment, subscribe, do all that thing, you know, share, whatever, and yeah, we'll see you guys in the next video.